Welcome to a true spiritual adventure story like the world has never known. Volume 1, Living the Enlightened Life, with your host, Dr. James Yogadhi Weldon. Good day, my name is Dr. Jim Weldon, speaking to you from Boone, North Carolina on Heavenly Mountain, the community that's dedicated in the United States to helping individuals understand and grow into a more enlightened life. Today we're going to be talking a little bit more about the trilogy of books, videos, podcasts that is being launched from this location. All my life I've been seeking to look for a deeper understanding of what the potentialities are of human consciousness. And beginning as a child, I began to have experiences that pushed me in that direction. And the trials and tribulations that I passed through in my life forced me to seek at a very early age answers. And I was fortunate enough during that adventure, and it really was a tremendous spiritual adventure that I passed through, I'm now in my 60s, to come into contact and be with a number of the greatest spiritual teachers on the planet. And one of them in particular is now the best known in the world with the largest audience. The advantage of having the benefit of such guidance has enabled me to pass through many of the experiences that are not well known or understood in the West. We're a young culture. A few thousand years in the West, a few hundred years. Takes a lot longer than that to understand the potentialities of the development of consciousness and what are the stages we might pass through. So any individual who is interested in developing advanced states of consciousness should take the benefit of this knowledge. But in the West, we really do not have clear roadmaps. If one was taking a journey, and this life is a journey, a spiritual journey, it would be very helpful to have a roadmap that would give the directions from place to place to encourage more rapid achievement of those states. And so in my case, the intent of these three works, Living the Enlightened Life, my personal autobiography, is to help provide a roadmap so that people can understand what stages one might pass through, what experiences one might pass through, and the tremendous benefit of adequate guidance on the way. The deeper aspects of life are very subtle and are attained and lived, understood over a number of years of deep work on oneself and also inspiration, connecting with others. The community is very strong and very important in the process. And everything that we've learned in our life, we've learned through a teacher that is able to give us access to the highest capabilities of life: happiness, joy, creativity, inspiration, forbearance, strength of the mind is worth having. That's been certainly my experience. And so this story of my personal spiritual adventure is intended to be a roadmap of the stages that I passed through. And in these three books, YouTube episodes and podcasts, just to help. And my understanding is that new inspiration and knowledge is really unique. It isn't that there haven't been very great individuals that have achieved these higher states of consciousness. They have. But we haven't had the benefit of modern technology to record that process. And as far as I know, in my search of the literature, no one has really given the detailed personal account of achievements. As far as I know, no one before has shared these kinds of details of the progress, the experiences, the stages, the attainment, and of course, including the many challenges and overcoming of obstacles. And it chronicles through the three works, Living the Enlightened Life is the first one, that there are 7 states of consciousness. 3 of them we certainly do know: waking, dreaming, and sleeping. But there are 4 more beyond that give us contact with the vast consciousness of intelligence that surrounds us, is within us, and is part of this great world and life in the universe that we live. From my experience, it's my opinion that these attainments are actually the next stage in human evolution, the next natural stage of human evolution. and sit above faiths and creeds. And the purpose of faiths, creeds, inspiration, knowledge, wisdom is to move one gradually over time into the attainment of these states, but it's the next natural state of human evolution. In the same way, in the past, in the evolutionary cycle, single-celled organisms were very limited in the life that they could live. In a real sense, we are, as evolved human beings, like those single cells, and coming together in a direct experience of oneness, unity, is very similar to the stage in which the single-celled bacteria and amoeba came together and began to cooperate as a whole. And the functionality, creativity, the ability to do so many more things began to emerge at that time. So this attainment of the enlightened life, of the inner connection, deep interpersonal connection and feeling of oneness, unity, is a oneness that is far beyond those that are normally, the states that are normally experienced by common human awareness. And they reach in understanding into the depths of our life and gradually gives one an understanding of what is beyond this life, what has come before, and how we can integrate and develop a relationship ultimately to the vast universe beyond. The truth is this planet is only a very microscopic part of the vast universe beyond. And any intelligent individual realizes there's so much more that we do not know. All the composite human wisdom, even of the great enlightened beings, must be seen as a small fraction of the potentiality of this vast universe. But being able to understand and connect with that vast universe and begin to have a relationship in the same way that we have relationships with others around us is a quality that begins to grow in experience and practicality as these advanced states are attained. And so the purpose of these works is also to show how all the traditions of the world are absolutely connected, and that all true teachers that come from time to time, from age to age, speak about these states in a language which is understandable to those of their time. We are facing many challenges in this world as we grow and evolve. Globalization. And the globalization of knowledge and wisdom is another one of these challenges. Ultimately, it's my opinion that the experience of this deep inner consciousness will put us directly into contact with solutions to the global problems in the world, which normal consciousness can scarcely appreciate. And that right now, in this time in the world, we are in one of the greatest periods of human awakening in our short recorded history. And that there are many, many great individuals, great teachers in the world who have come at this specific time to assist and help in this process of evolving this global awakening. And it's my hope and prayer that by listening to this story of my personal adventure, following its insights, you will begin to come to an understanding of your true nature and live the answers to the questions, what is the purpose of life, and what is our state of fulfillment, what is our potentiality. So thank you today. I invite you to look a little bit deeper into these works, the podcasts, the books that are going to be published, the autobiography of Yogadhi, spiritual name, about living the enlightened life, really a true spiritual adventure story about the potentiality of consciousness and coming into a space of oneness and love, that we are able to contribute and bring something new and unique into this world. In the scheme of things, our individual life is a very, very short period of time. In the scheme of things, every individual is insignificant in the sense of the vastness of the global sphere of consciousness, coming and going, contributing, and likewise to begin to understand our relationship to the vast universe and the many dimensions of our life, our unknown, secret, hidden past, our potentiality in the future. It's my prayer that these insights will assist people in moving in that direction. Thank you so much for taking a few moments. Namaste to you all.